The last piece of the puzzle with exponents is being able to apply any of the 5 rules given the circumstances. So in this video, we're going to take a look at 3 examples and how we use these rules to get a final simplified answer. So I'm going to start by showing the 3 examples, and I'm going to ask that you pause the video and you try all 3 of them. And you don't start the video until you are done, so that way you can see all of the answers and the explanation that goes behind them. Are you paused? All right, so I want to walk through how do we do each of these. So first thing is we need to analyze our present situation and find out, well, which bases are the same and which bases aren't. Okay, so in this first one, we have m cubed, we have m squared raised to the 4th, and we have n to the negative 3. So n is kind of the oddball. There's no n with these. So we're going to take care of him first. I could also take care of this product of powers as well. And I can actually do it both in one step. So I'm going to bring down this m to the 3rd because he's got nothing to do. We have m squared to the 4th, which is going to become m to the, so this is 2 times 4, which is 8. And our n to the negative 3, well, he needs to drop because he's negative. So he's going to end up coming into the denominator and becoming n over 3. From here, then, my n stays put. There's nothing else to do to him, but I have multiplying of m's next to each other. So 3 plus 8. So this is going to become m to the 11th. And that would be then my final answer. Weird, right? All right, so let's take a look at this next one. There is 2 methods that you could have done here. All right, the first method is you could have subtracted and then moved the results that were negative. Or you can have looked at it and say, well, who wins? All right, so I'm going to do both methods. All right, my method here is going to be the subtraction. So I have 2 minus 4, so this would have become 2 to the negative 2nd. Here we have 4 minus 2, so we would have gotten 3 to the 2nd. And here we have 1 minus 3, which equals 2. I should say negative 2. And again, my results cannot be negative. So this would then simplify to 3 squared on the top and 2 squared times 7 squared on the bottom, because both of these negatives tell him to ride the elevator down. Another method that I could have done is I could have kept this in this fractional form, and I could have said, well, who's going to win? So down here, the bottom one's going to win, and he's going to win by 2. So that's why 2 squared is on the bottom. Here I look, the top one's going to win, and he's going to win by 2. I go to my 7s, the 3 is going to win, and he's going to win by 2. So that's another way that you could have gotten to that answer. You could have either used subtraction and then moved your negatives, or you could have just seen who is going to win and kept him in his location. All right. And then finally, our last one. Here I have to get rid of this. I need to make sure this 5 went to my 2 as well. So you should have not just done 2 times 5, and you should not have just left it as 2. We should have did 2 to the 5th power, which would have equaled 32. Then this 5 then applies to the 2, so we should have had m to the 10th. And that would have been over 2m to the 10th. We would have then seen that both of our m to the 10ths cancel to be the number 1. So that's gone. And then we would have simply seen that 32 divided by 2 is 16. And that's our final answer, 16. Okay. So you need to be able to apply the different laws that we worked on and be able to use them in various problems that we do. Hopefully this helps again see all of how the rules can be applied. And if you have any questions, make sure you're asking.